Bitcoin trying to get to new all-time highs. Ethereum continues its massive rally. We got some Ethereum news we're going to talk about. We got some Bitcoin news we're going to talk about. Let's talk about treasury companies. Where do we stand? Which altcoins have the most? And which ones do we expect to get more? We're going to chat a little bit about Solana today. Is Solana on the up and up? And what is leading the pack and what's going to continue to lead the pack? We'll talk about that. We have Max from Score joining us to talk about DKING, the migration, and exciting things happening in the BitTensor ecosystem. Speaking of BitTensor, across $400, we'll take a look at a chart. Is a big rally brewing for BitTensor? And what is the biggest opportunity in crypto right now? We have some metrics to share and some thoughts to share as well. We have that and much, much more on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Hola! Is your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content. Take old, boring, stale information, repackage everything up in a fun, educational, extremely smart and witty kind of way. That's what we do here. You know what? It has begun the next leg of the bull market. You might say to yourself, hey, you know what? We're right at all-time highs. We technically haven't even crossed it. But the sentiment has changed. The euphoria is kicking in, and altcoin season is here. Alts are rallying, and everything that we've been waiting for and talking about is happening. I want to take a moment and explain to you that this is the last chance that you have to get in at prices where they're at. And I don't mean just for Bitcoin. I don't mean just for ETH. Right now is the last stop before this thing takes off. We've been through a bear market. We've seen some rallies. Bitcoin is 2x'd over its previous all-time highs from last cycle. Altcoins are starting to move, but we haven't seen the altcoin money yet. We haven't made altcoin millionaires yet. And that's about to happen. It is here. And what a great time to be alive and a great time to be all in crypto. And so you, the viewer, you're at a crossroads. You're at an impasse. You can either double down and take this seriously, make some money, or you can look at the price of Bitcoin at 200,000. Altcoins are all up 3x, 5x, potentially 10x from where they're at now. And you can say, I wish I would have had more. Maybe I should buy now when it feels kind of toppy. This is now. And you know what? If you've been watching our show at all with frequency, you know that we've been giving you the straight winners. We've been giving you the straight picks. We've been giving you the straight alpha. You know, it's not like we're giving you 200 different cryptos here. Look at the top gainers. Top gainers on the 24 hours. Just in the last 24 hours, OKB up 120%. That's a 2x, more than a 2x. And
yeah, that was all manipulation. They burned like 65.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The price has gone up. And if you identify this stuff and you talk about it and you say, hey, like, guys, pay attention. Listen. OKB, very interesting play here. This is something that's performed very well this bull market. I wouldn't be surprised to see this continue.
It's an exchange token, man. Highly manipulated.
I understand that. But BNB's in the top 5 market cap. It's an exchange token. We'll play the whole thing. We have a long conversation. I tell you, hey, pay attention. This thing's rallied. Okay, cool. It's an exchange token. Doesn't matter the utility. This is altcoin season. Things don't make sense. Prices go up. You might say, why the fuck would anybody buy SHIB? It doesn't matter. It's altcoin season. Things go up. Identify where the money is. Right now, we're not investing in what grandma's going to use. We're investing in what the hell is going to make you a ton of money in the next 60 days.
We're investing in which exchanges that have a token are going to burn half their supply in one day and manipulate the price.
But the thing is we've already seen the price rally earlier this year. It was already, we already knew this was what they do. We already knew that BNB would do this in the past. We've seen them manipulate their token. We've seen it outperform other layer ones. We've seen it be a strong vehicle for returns and also mitigated losses. And the list goes on and on. I mean, like, so we have that. Number two, Arbitrum. Also, yesterday, talked about this as well. Day before, talked about this. Before this 41% rally, up almost 50%, here 2 days ago, it was at 40 cents. And I'm like, hey, like, guys, ETH is rallying. Pay attention. Arbitrum, great pick. Don't sit on the sidelines while everyone makes money. Pay attention. Also, more gainers, 24 hours. Going down the list, Fartcoin. We talked about 3 coins that we think are going to outperform the rest of the market. What coins do we like? I'm like, hey, meme coin hasn't ran. A lot of liquidity. This thing just went from just 15%. I think this thing just started. Solana meme coin. Solana meme coins I'm telling you, they're coming back. Aerodrome. Talked about this last 2 weeks. David told you, favorite pick yesterday. Next one up, Radium. Wow, talked about that one yesterday. This one's up. Guys, don't sit on the sideline and watch everyone else make money. Pay attention. We're giving you alpha. What losers have we told you about? Only one that maybe I could say hasn't rallied yet that I've been very passionate about is Avalanche. I still feel very passionate about it. It hasn't had its time to shine yet. Avalanche still doing pretty good today. Avalanche currently up to $25. Performing pretty well. It's not a standout. I'm expecting a breakout, but I'm okay writing off losses. I'm okay saying, hey, you know what? I might get 8 out of 10. Might not get 10 out of 10. But I'm telling you, man, this is the time. Also, it's not just me, you, the viewer, that are getting all in on crypto, because up until this point, crypto has been fueled by retail. It's been fueled by people like me and you. Now, the big money's stepping in. The real money stepping in. When you see the stock exchange rally and you get new all-time highs, when S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, all in new all-time high territory, all in price discovery, all making all-time highs, which have historically been extremely bullish for Bitcoin and crypto, that money that goes into the stock market is not from people with Robinhood accounts. It is not from people with a TD Ameritrade account. It is from big money, from big institutions putting big buys, and these people are watching mainstream media. They're listening to the pundits on TV, and, well, look where we're at. Okay. You got Eric Trump, World Liberty Finance. World Liberty Finance, center stage, stock exchange. Also, we got interview after interview after interview on TV. Here we got, this is on CNBC.
Kind of fun. Should CZ get a pardon? What do you think?
We have CNBC sitting here. Should CZ get a pardon?
Kind of fun. Should CZ get a pardon?
This isn't a crypto degen show. This is CNBC, mainstream television, asking if CZ should get a pardon. Interesting, right? You also got Eric Trump on Fox News. So you got CNBC.
Hold on. Did you see that clip in its entirety? They were talking about CZ, and they put up a picture of Justin's son.
Oh, yeah.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
You know the movie Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Y'all look alike! Chris Tucker?
Here you got Fox News. You got... This is not... So first of all, it ties into the mainstream media thing, right? Mainstream media investors are paying attention. Just listen to the narrative.
It's infuriating. We had nowhere to go. Capital One stripped 300 bank accounts from me, 300 in the middle of the night. They sent us a letter after doing business for 20-something years. All your bank accounts for golf courses and condominium buildings and hotels, they're all gone in the middle of the night. I mean, how do you pay your taxes? How do you pay your employees? This happened across the board. It happened with JP Morgan Chase. It happened with Bank of America. It happened with First Republic. And this wasn't just happening to the Trumps, people with a lot of zeros on the end. This was happening to conservatives all over the country. We didn't have a damn choice. So before my father, won the election, before my father was in office, we started getting into cryptocurrency. The people in cryptocurrency were being debanked just like Trump was being debanked.
Right.
And you know what? It's become the fastest growing industry anywhere in the world. It's actually removed a lot of the power from the big banks who have weaponized their platforms against the American people, and I could not be more proud to be here.
I don't know.
Brian, it's infuriating.
So
we had nowhere to go.
You got that. Also, you got companies popping up left and right, going public. This is bullish. Another IPO just launched this morning. Former New York Stock Exchange president is the CEO of Bullish. Bullish is a new exchange catering to not only retail, but has a big focus on institutions. I won't play this one in its entirety, but you got Jim Cramer who's sitting here. You got mainstream coverage, CNBC.
Mentioned Tom Farley because, of course, today's new listing here at the big board is a crypto trading platform, backed as well by Peter Thiel. Joining us now ahead of the first trade is its CEO, Tom Farley. Good to have you back, Tom.
Fellas, great to see you. So good to be back after too long.
And it is nice to have you as well. I'm sure it was a big contest between the NASDAQ or the NYSE for listing.
Of all the respect in the world for Adina and NASDAQ, we did not speak to NASDAQ. It was never a question. I just took a photo with Stacey Cunningham, Lynn Martin, and Jeff Sprecher. That was a very proud moment for me, the four kind of past leaders of the New York Stock Exchange. It's great to be back here with everyone, seeing the security guards walking in this morning.
Well, it feels like every day we have another capital raise for a company that's following the MicroStrategy strategy of selling stock to buy some underlying, whether it's Ethereum or Bitcoin. We've got stable coins all over the place. I mean, how big do you think it will be ultimately? And, in terms of when you point to investors and your opportunity here in this ecosystem, what kind of a potential growth rate are we talking about?
Well, I think the opportunity is absolutely gigantic. And let me describe. Up to this point, there's been tokenization that hasn't really been much of anything to speak of. It's you keep the.
By the way, this is Bullish is backed by Peter Thiel.
Yeah,
from PayPal. Go ahead.
Traditional finance stack, and you create a token that's sort of a contractual right to what already exists, and then you put out a press release. But the Congress has really created a path with this establishment of a mature blockchain in the Clarity Act, where you can imagine regulators saying, you can just issue your stock on a public blockchain. You can just issue your treasury on a public blockchain. The title to your house can be on a public blockchain, as long as that blockchain is trustworthy and free from attack and isn't under the collusive control of one or multiple parties. That opportunity is the financial markets, and I do think.
I'll stop it there. So, just moral of the story here, just to tie it all back, is the market is about to rally. When the stock market index funds get into price discovery, new all-time highs, Bitcoin, laggard effect, usually it either pumps pre all-time highs or it goes after. Same thing with gold. Usually it's not in sidestep. And so progressive legislation is already here. It's already been passed. We got more coming. The U.S. is more than likely buying Bitcoin. If they haven't yet, they will. But I have the theory that they're buying Bitcoin. Alts are ripping. Solana is exploding. It's at $200. And then also yesterday, you see my tweet? Pat myself on the back. Solana was at 187. I saw it ripping. I was like, from 187, I said, hey, this thing is going to $200 tonight. And boom, that happened. It's not. I'm not trying to sit here and say that I'm some savant. I've just been down this road so many times, and I know when alts are running and when the sentiment has changed, the fear and greed index at like 75, things are reversing, and it's time to make money. So hey, let's all enjoy. Let's put our positions in. before everyone else comes in, because you don't want to be 6 months down the road, a year and 6 months down the road, when Gam comes up to you or your friend at work sitting here telling you like, hey, what should I buy? Bitcoin's at $280,000, ETH's at $1,500, and you're, $15,000. Solana's at $1,400, and you're sitting here like trying to tell somebody like, hey, maybe now is not the best time to buy. You kind of missed it. Sorry. Now's the time. David, what's up, bro?
Oh, hey, man. How are you?
Good.
That's crazy. We're
I just,
19 minutes in, and I think I've gotten 2 words in. Pretty cool, man.
It was, that's how my morning went in my own head. And I wanted to share that with everyone.
It's a very small head, so not a lot can happen.
Yeah, I was just going through, and I was digesting media. I was looking at the charts. I was looking at numbers. I was looking at our channel, and I just wanted to speak to the viewer and let you know that, like, hey, we do entertainment focused crypto channel, but we are giving you the tools to make money here. So do what you want with it.
Speaking of tools, what's your favorite tool, Wrench? You look like a plier kind of guy. Don't answer that question. Shout out to Mike Volmer, $50 super chats just to say thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Finally found a way to unhide him from the freaking chat. Jesus Christ, that took forever. Okay. Let's start here. Who cares about the U.S.? Papua New Guinea is exploring the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Rob, this could bring in potentially millions of dollars into Bitcoin. What are your thoughts here, guys?
It's the
this
biggest headline we've
could bring
seen.
in thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe even hundreds, but not hundreds of thousands. Okay, all jokes aside, Norway's sovereign wealth fund ups its indirect Bitcoin exposure. Now, why is this important? Well, Norway's sovereign wealth fund is the largest state-directed wealth fund in the entire world. Okay? And they increased their indirect Bitcoin exposure by 192% over the last year. The fund has indirect exposure to 7,161 Bitcoin through its investment portfolio, which includes MicroStrategy, Metaplanet, and Coinbase. So, Norway, largest sovereign wealth fund, Bitcoin exposure, just everything's going vertical, man.
Also the largest exporter of salmon. They do got some amazing
Norwegian king salmon?
Yeah, man.
Great salmon. The best salmon. Eugene, $50 super chat said, open the club.
Hey, we still got the nuke button back there? I don't know what to think.
Oh, yeah, we didn't drop a nuke for my boy Mike.
$50 more, you get a nuke.
Well, Mike didn't get a nuke.
We got a double nuke.
Dual nuke.
Dual nuke.
DN.
I don't know if the button's broken or not.
Gina doesn't know if the
find
button is
out?
broken. Well, there's one way to find out, Gina, is you press it. Okay. There it is. It works. It works. Mike, that was for you. Eugene, that was for you. Thank you guys for your support. Appreciate it. Nikash said, guys, is ETH still considered whale oil? What the fuck does that mean? Whale oil? Interesting. I don't know what that means, but sure. I want to give a big shout out to not only a friend of the channel, but a personal friend. The man himself, self-proclaimed Sammy Cup and Handle, officially hit 100,000 subscribers yesterday. I texted him to congratulate him. And, if you guys watch his channel, there's a lot of pretenders in our space. And I was telling this to Crypto Face on Sunday as well. Lifer is not one of them. He streams, I think, every single day. He hasn't missed a day in like 4 or 5 years, something like that. And so well-deserved. Shout out to you, Sam, if you're watching. We love you, man. Congratulations to you, brother. 100K, much deserved. Big shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big shout out. One of my homies, man. One of the homies. Some people, like you could argue that he's got he has the best numbers for trader in certain verticals. I don't know how far across the board it is. There's a reason that man is top trader. Yeah, there's a reason, and he puts in the work. And then you can look at his competitors, a lot of them mail it. They don't stream certain days. They're at a convention. They're like, nah, not today. Sorry. No stream today. I've seen that one so many times from other creators. And I'm not saying that, hey, you know what, there's something wrong with taking a day off. We take days off. I'm not saying that. But when you're hyper obsessive, compulsive, nonstop work, you reap the rewards. And my man here, like David said, doesn't miss a day. That man sweats if he's 5 minutes late. And so you put in the work, you get the results. So a big shout out to Lifer, my homie.
That's right. Okay. Should we talk about Ethereum first or treasury companies first? That was a question to you.
I don't know. Whichever one you want, bro.
Wow, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. You're
For sure.
so helpful. Dumbass. All right, let's start with treasury companies first. Why does this happen? Jeez, fuck. Tau already with 4 treasury companies, and at this rate, it'll surpass Solana and ETH. I don't want to focus mainly on Tau, but just a chart in general. Over 110 Bitcoin treasury companies, 10 for ETH, 5 for Solana. So outside of ETH, Solana takes the cake. And then, Rob, the next 4 biggest ones are BNB, XRP, BitTensor, and Hyperliquid. Now, the ones that, like BNB is a little like, but I get it. My largest exchange in the world, yada, yada. Hyperliquid, though, is an interesting one, fairly new. It's about as decentralized as a decentralized exchange gets. They have 3 treasury companies. And, you know, this was my thesis on, and I gave this to the Patreon members as well, and that is why Eigenlayer was one of my picks yesterday when we had our top 3, is we're going to see more of this, right? I mean, Tron has a treasury. Toncoin has a treasury. Hyperliquid has a treasury. Fetch AI has a treasury, right? And so when I look at something like Eigenlayer, right, it's institutional friendly. So I don't know. What do you take away from this, dude? Do you think we're going to see numbers grow in the ones you see on your screen? Or do you think we're going to see new, you know, like a Cardano treasury or a Polkadot treasury or a Hedera treasury? What are your thoughts on what we're seeing in the
These
trend?
are just like large companies that have a
No.
treasury?
These are
treasuries from these perspective blockchains.
Yeah. So let's put that back on the screen. So these are the alts right now that have treasury companies that have allocated money for a treasury.
That's what I said first. So there's a company that has money invested in these, in quote unquote, a treasury.
Correct.
Okay. So outside investment.
Correct.
I mean, it's a good measure for your VC coins. Those have a place. I think you need outside investment regardless. If you want, I don't want to say you need. It's just a lot easier to get through your roadmap with outside investors. Retail is only going to fuel you so much. Some of our favorite projects that refuse to have VC money, they have a harder time getting centralized products, centralized listings, centralized stable coins, centralized partnerships. There's a reason that these big headline partnerships that you see that you're like, wow, this is so bullish. And it's because there's somebody with money from the outside that can pay for that to happen. And the reality of it is, without VC, you got to have natural growth in an ecosystem or an ocean of different crypto projects that people can choose from. So if I launch a token today and I say, hey, I'm launching a token, this one is going to be the greatest layer 1 ever, but I get no outside investment and I just ask the community and other people to buy just sheer tech and it's going to change the world. It's going to take me a long ass time to get there, at least to compete with the ones that have marketing, that have a budget, that can grow a big ass team. Because outside venture capital can also bring in talent. Think about that. Who has venture capital money that doesn't have a big team? But now I can tell you the opposite. I know there's a lot of companies that take zero venture capital that have, what is it? Oh, it's just like 6 of us. It's 6 of us. We're the founders. We started this thing. It's great. Like, okay, cool. I'm not knocking that. But yet, your team of 6 people, you better be the 6 best damn founders there is, because you're going against a team of 600, 6,000. And so that's where you get the edge with venture capital. And so from a percentage standpoint, the more money you got from outside investors, from other companies, from treasuries, then the more money you got in that position, the more fuel you got to grow, more fuel you got to knock out roadmaps for you to recruit and bring in high-level talent. It's a small pool of talent in the crypto space. These devs are moving and shifting all the damn time. And if you're paying them some subpar salary and knock on the door, here's the next ETH layer 2 airdrop with a big ass treasury behind it and venture capital. And they're like, hey, we'll quadruple 10x your salary. Come over here, build. You better believe you don't lose talent. Maybe not all of them, but you lose some of them. Especially if your token's dropping down month by month.
We have a special guest joining us today. He's been on our show. I think this is his 3rd time on the show. Love having him on. Him and his team are doing amazing things in the AI space. We have Max from Score joining us. Max, welcome back.
Hey guys,
how are you, brother?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Great, man. How are you?
What's going on?
I know you've been super.
Good.
I know you've been super busy, Max. So thank you for your time. Let's kick this thing off with a beautiful video. This was posted on the DKING handle and I'm shared everywhere. And so let's take a listen. Let's take a look.
The year is 2125. Civilization has collapsed. Centralized AI broke the world. Networks died. But something lingered. From the world's wreckage rose a collective. Hackers. Builders. Inspired by cypherpunks. They called themselves SIRE. For generations, SIRE hunted a legend, a royal artifact of long-lost kings, said to predict the future, the holy grail of foresight. And deep beneath the wasteland, they found it. The DKING code base, still pulsing, radiant. While the world went silent, the model stayed awake. It trained itself, it evolved, ascended. Over time, it reached a state of predictive mastery, the singularity of foresight. SIRE didn't hoard it, they liberated it and connected it to Alpha Link. Now all citizens can connect, query, predict, deploy intelligence, a system to reclaim order from entropy, a tool for rebuilding anew for society. The kings are gone. The code ascended. Those with foresight lead the way. Long live SIRE. Glory to the citizens.
Now, Matt, I got to ask you, Max, how much did you pay someone to create that? Because that looks very expensive. Or was it AI?
No, that was actually, pretty cheap. We did this with AI, and we've been helped by the Creativit team. So we stayed lean in our approach.
Awesome. Why the rebrand, Max? You know, you guys launched as DKING, and I know the first name was different. Then you guys had to kind of it wasn't really a rebrand; it was shortening the name. But why the rebrand? Because I look at, and I'll give an example. I look at a project like Sequoia on Virtuals. Okay, it was running absolutely hot. I mean, this thing got up to a 70, 80 million market cap, and then they rebranded to Few Shot, and no one knows what the hell they are. And so I think that's a worry of a lot of people is while the narrative is building and you guys are doing great things, why the rebrand if that can throw a wrench into the growth of the ecosystem, I guess?
No, I mean, that was a hard decision, but that's based on the same thing as the team you mentioned. It's definitely copyright reasons and legal reasons. The meta, as you know, in late 2024. Early 2025 was to launch agents with play of words, adding AI to a famous brand.
Yep.
We tried our chance, but we just realized that the awareness was picking up, and I think we started to become annoying to some large corporations. So we had to rebrand. That's also the reason why we tried to come with this video to kind of create a link between the two projects.
Yeah.
And I think so far people are pretty excited about the new name and the rebranding effort that we are going through. But that was like a very tough decision to make. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, we as a company went through a rebrand, and it was I mean, luckily we did it early, but I mean, you guys are still doing it early. I mean, as personally, I don't think, as far as the size of what you guys are going to do, I don't think you guys are nowhere near towards the top of where you are. So I think it's still early for you guys. So, Max, I know I want to give people an update. A lot of people watching our channel I'm assuming have some position in DKING. And we're not going to talk about price or anything, but with the migration, so can you just real quick explain to people what they have to do and what are some key dates to look out for to make sure that they are able to migrate their DKING over to SIRE?
Yeah, 100%. So since August the 7th, people can access an official Create a Bit page that you can see there. There's a link on the message you're sharing. That's the only page where people can migrate their tokens from. So you go on the page, you connect your wallet, you send your DKING tokens to the migration contract, and you have to until the 28th to do so. And after the 28th, you'll be able to claim your SIRE tokens. So honestly, the process is pretty simple. We try to make it seamless with Create a Bit. It's like a 3-step process. The only thing to have in mind is to really operate the migration before the 28th. And after this date, you'll be able to claim your new tokens. We also put in place something for people that would miss the deadline. So no tokens are going to be lost. It's a 1-for-1 migration. And we really want everyone to have the time and also to have a seamless experience. So I think the best way for people to migrate is actually to really use this official link. And again, there's only just one link, one page, and it's on the Create a Bit's website.
Awesome. Now, one issue, and I saw some people, is when you send your DKING to the migration contract, you do not get the SIRE token right away. So a lot of people are like, well, I just sent 1,000 DKING. Well, where's my 1,000 SIRE? You send it, and then on the 28th, do they go to the same website and it'll have the okay, perfect. So
the claim button,
yeah, easy, simple. What I will say, Max, and feel free not to speak on this, but I love the fact that these tokens are being locked. And so that's essentially taking out sell pressure, potential sell pressure. And so I don't expect you to comment on that, but just something that I noticed that I kind of was like, this is interesting. I like this. And I mean, you guys have been crushing it. So my cousin, who I've introduced you to, he does sports betting for a living. This is the message I get from him 2 days ago. Said, I've been keeping track of the posted plays on Twitter for DKING. They're on an insane run. It's crazy. I said, yeah, do you have any tokens? Told you they're the real deal. He said, not yet. Going to load up. Probably need to get a call with Max. I was like, dude, just shoot first, ask questions later, right? And so I was looking down the list, and I mean, a plus 1,500%. I think this was this the biggest ROI play for DKING so far,
ever.
Right?
Yeah, ever. The biggest ever.
This is this is huge.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, actually, we decided to. So we had in mind to create something really based on predictive intelligence, as in LLMs and all the models we were all using. And obviously, since day one, we're building our own model and our own system. And we just realized, because we have an internal data science team at SCORE, we just realized that instead of trying to build like a traditional model, we should really flip the script and help LLMs to get better at predicting. By bringing them, model architectures, new data, and all the things quants can help you find within, large data sets. So, yeah, we just decided to try the new approach on the Club World Cup, during the Club World Cup. And then we kept using the same approach on, preseason games or lower league games. And actually, the new agentic system we're putting together is printing like crazy results. I'm not saying that it's always going to be that kind of results, but it's looking way better than market models that you can find with like lower ROIs or different approaches. We literally decided to go on a research journey, and making people aware of that. So there's an article that's going to be shared very, very soon on our channels that is going to break down how basically we built this deck and how we ended up getting these results.
Awesome. Max, the biggest question I get, or the biggest concern I get from people, and not just in regard to what you guys are doing with SIRE, but what happens when it starts winning too much, right? Because, in Vegas, for example, you win too much, they'll cut you off. Is poly market the answer, or like, how are you guys? Go ahead, please.
No, not really. I mean, poly market is part of the answer. But I think, so yeah, sports exchanges are part of the answer. Prediction markets are part of the answer. I think also, and this is our approach since day one, working with Web2 entities is also critical for that, because as you know, there's also what we call sports hedge funds. They have access to bigger liquidity pools. They have access to other venues, or outs, as they call them. So it's also very important to focus on how you execute the trades, the bets, how the agent is executing the bets. Just relying on Web3 at the moment is not going to be enough. Just relying on Web2 or traditional, channels is not going to be enough, because at some point you're going to be banned, as a lot of
Right.
people experienced this before. So it's a very complex world to navigate within, and the answer has to be around these agents, because you can provide them with a lot of different options to kind of track liquidity and then execute, or send signals to human beings that would then execute. But yeah, it's a very, very complex problem. What I can say is that that's something we anticipated even before launching DKING, the first version, in December.
Beautiful.
And that's the reason why we early on had partnerships with Web2 entities.
Awesome. Yeah, that was, and I'm so happy you guys have thought this through before. Max, before I let you go, last time you were on the show, you talked about NFL, NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a little bit, and any big exciting news or exclusives you want to share with our community.
Yeah, so new sports are coming now. Now that we're really happy about the agentic system, we're going to add other sports very, very soon. We also decided to, and that's like another exclusive for you. We decided to create a new vault based on different sports verticals, so people would be able to join. SIRE vaults for football, for NBA, the NFL, yada, yada, yada. And we're also working on creating vaults based on risk reward levels, or appetite. But also the exclusive that I can share with you is that the vaults are coming. They're ready. Contracts are being audited. And we're going to be able to launch the private beta pretty soon in the next few days. And then we have a huge plan to open new batches and let people come in, and then just grow the TVL. But that's going to be an amazing journey.
That's amazing. Max, as always, pleasure to have you on the show, brother. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you, and look forward to speaking to you soon, brother. Take care.
See you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Vaults. Interesting. Okay. All right. So there's your info. The last thing I'll say on that is just make sure, don't freak out when you migrate your tokens, right? I did it. You're going to get them on the 28th. Just don't click any stupid links. With that being said, I want to talk a little bit about Ethereum from Cointelegraph. So yesterday, we saw $1 billion of inflows into ETH, the largest net daily inflow since the launch. Yesterday, $1.018 billion, with BlackRock leading the way at $640 million. Fidelity, $276 million. It was all inflows across the board minus Invesco. And then yesterday, so that was on the 11th, so Monday. Yesterday, another strong day, $500 million, okay? Compared to Bitcoin on the 11th, where ETH had $1 billion, Bitcoin had a tenth of that, $178 million. And then yesterday, again, a tenth of what Ethereum saw yesterday. And so are we maybe seeing people take profit from Bitcoin as far as the ETFs that move it into ETH? Is it new liquidity, new money? We have this as well. This could be part of the reason. Ethereum hits new multi-year high as Tom Lee's BitMine plans a $20 billion raise. Listen to this. The move, which supplements the firm's existing offering, allows for total ETH holdings worth $24.5 billion. This dude is raising $20 billion to buy Ethereum. Okay, $20 billion to buy Ethereum. Here it is, the prospectus from BitMine again. Ethereum overtakes Netflix in market cap, closing in on its 2021 peak. We look at some of the metrics. Ethereum transaction count has gone parabolic, highest since 2021, surpassing actually 2021. And then active addresses also surpassing all-time highs as well. And then when you look at the TVL, ETH TVL, I'm going to refresh the page. I believe on the 24-hour, let's take a peek here. On the 7-day, Ethereum TVL is up 15.42%. The biggest gainer in the top 15. The biggest gainer in the top 15 of the last 7 days, Ethereum with their TVL sitting at $95.81 billion. Here you see all the protocols that are leading the way. Lido up 3.7% over the last day. Over the last 7 days, up 26%. Obviously, DeFi Eigenlayer. Keep your eye on Eigenlayer, up 25% over the last 7 days, 50% on the 1 month. Rob, thoughts on everything I just shared?
ETH is going to hit 6K within the next
5 hours.
No.
6 days.
Within the next 45 days. So 45 days, ETH gets to 6K. What does that mean for ETH's ecosystem? It's going to rip. So it'd be hard not to make money selecting your favorite ETH-based project. We saw AAVE come in yesterday, heavy-handed. I mean, we're seeing the biggest gainers today are either in Solana or in Ethereum's ecosystem. And you know, we take OKB out of the race, and you know, to David's point, it is market manipulation, but that's part of the game. If you want to say, well, I didn't that you made money only because of market, like who cares? You made money, cool, congratulations. But at the end of the day, this is part of the bull market. The bull market is things are going to 2x pretty damn quick, and when I say pretty quick, I'm talking sometimes in a day. If you think that this is some weird phenomenon that a large project does 2x in one day, well, this is crypto. This is what happens. And a lot of it is off the back of whales doing whale activities. Now, that said, there's going to be so much damn money to make in the Ethereum ecosystem when ETH breaks out. And it's already breaking out. It's the first leg. Once it gets in a price discovery, things get euphoric. And all of those ETH degens have been sitting on ETH for eternity.
Call them egens.
Yeah, they think they're going to think they're the smartest people in the world, right? Now, what happens when, you know, what happens when Virtual's protocol, as an example, when that starts breaking all-time highs? Everyone that made money on Virtuals is all like, hey, man, I'm going with this agent. I'm going with this one. This is the next one. This is the next one. And they just start ripping. Same thing. Look at Solana. Solana starts taking off. One meme coin does well. Then another 5 of them pop up. And all of a sudden, you're just making altcoin millionaires left and right. ETH is going to do the same thing. Solana is going to do the same thing. Start picking out the best projects in those subgroups, because you're going to miss out on money. You're not going to nail them all. You can't get all of them. You can't sit in here and say, I got all 40 of the altcoins in these ecosystems that rallied. Some did. No, you're going to take L's. You're going to miss out on some. But just start picking a few. Yeah, it's going to be hard to lose at this point. David, let's put it.
There's definitely ways to lose.
There's definitely ways to lose. But I said it's going to be hard if you pick a few.
Oh, no. People just refuse. Like if you're a Polkadot maxi and you refuse to just admit that it's not going anywhere, you're gonna
but if Polkadot, let's just say if Polkadot 10x'd. Now I'm giving you
okay.
scenarios. If Polkadot 10x'd, then you would expect Polkadot's ecosystem would have some crazy 100x's in it, right? Now, it was only
if I got on the cover of GQ magazine, I'd get all the leads,
my premise is if the base layer 10x'd, you would get massive profits out of the ecosystem. Look at ETH. It was at $1,500 4 months ago. 4 months ago, it was at $1,500. Now, if this got to $15,000, if it 3x from where it is now, would that be crazy? No, I think it's in the realm of possibility. I think that 10,000 is going to be a tough one to cross, but when it does, 15,000 is within the realm of possibility. That is a 10x. So if your layer 1 10x's, if ETH 10x's, you best believe that there's so much damn money to make in its ecosystem. If Polkadot 10x's, its ecosystem is going to make a ton of money. If Solana, that was at $100, ends up getting to 1,000, its ecosystem is going to crush it. If Bitcoin's price 10x's, then it will essentially rally the whole crypto market. That's just how these markets work. And so if you want to make money and you're just parked in just the base layer ETH, yeah, you'll make good money, you'll make good returns, but you're missing out on that millionaire. You want the Lambo? You want the expensive designer clothes that you shouldn't be buying? You want like the trips to Belize and all this? You want that? If that's like your dream, that's like your goal thing or whatever it is, what all the other crypto degens are doing, then hey, you got to take a little bit more risk. You got to play around in the ecosystem. And it's not even a question of if, it's a question of when and how high. If you had to pick, we've already done this week, but is there 2 ETH-based projects that you just say, if I said, hey, ETH tomorrow is at, or let's just say we got in a time machine, ETH is at $15,000. What 2 cryptos do you buy now if in that time machine we wake up, it is February 2026, you wake up and ETH is at $15,000. What would you buy today before you hop in that time machine in the ETH ecosystem? 2 projects, Ethereum based.
Curve DAO. Eigenlayer or Lido. I would go infrastructure. That's where I would go. I'll go infrastructure. I think Curve is gonna crush it, bro. Curve DAO is gonna do great things. The best things. I feel so bad for my friend Billy. He said he's long Polkadot. Come on, man. Come on, Billy. I love you, bro. What are you doing? Jesus Christ.
I'd have to keep riding that Arbitrum train.
Oh, you love
Arbitrum. I mean, it's up 40% on the week. This thing is moving. Wow. Arbitrum and SHIB. I know I haven't thrown SHIB out there in a while, but I think if you see a $15,000 ETH, SHIB,
ArbShib,
it's its strongest meme coin. If ETH gets to 15,000, I think Shiba Inu is
I don't think
doing his thing, bro.
I think if ETH gets to 15,000, you want to look at infrastructure. That's my opinion. Because where's that money coming from? Who's that money coming from?
I go from Euphoria and Mania, and where does Euphoria and Mania go is meme coins. And
where does Euphoria Mania come from?
I just look at it. I just look at it from historical snapshots. What is the biggest infrastructure play from last bull market from ETH?
The last bull market from ETH it's way different now.
That's my point, is that the markets are still going to act like the markets. People are going to make stupid money and then invest it in stupider things. That's just how people are. And it's not going to all of a sudden, all the crypto degens are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to be very smart with my money. I'm going to go to infrastructure. No, they're going to be like, hey, I want a 10X. I'm the smartest person in the world. I made so much money off Ethereum. I am smarter than everybody here.
And who are those people?
The crypto community, bro. You know damn well. You think that we have responsible 401k, 9-to-5 job people weren't watching this show? No, you are DJ. You are ready to make if the person watching here, if you just made $10 million this year, how much of that money do you think you're going to roll over into some dumbass crypto project? That we saw it with NFTs last bull market cycle. We saw it with meme coins last bull market cycle. We saw it in all of these like new projects where people are like, "Oh my God, this is going to be the thing." Like we're gonna have an online university token. We're gonna have the token for the betting was it 2017? I think it was AGAR or something like that.
1730. Yeah.
That one was big. And so there's all these different cryptos out there that people just will not let go, man. And I don't know, man. I'm telling you. The DJ is gonna be the DJ and they're gonna buy stupid stuff, bro. And what's stupider than a meme coin? Not much. It's in the wheelhouse. Every time. Where do people usually lose their money? They make their money on a risky investment, and then they get even riskier and then lose it.
Okay.
People were writing off Doge before 2020.
Okay. People
were writing it off. Doge ripped, bro. Doge ripped.
I think Avalanche is about to rip.
I want to see. Honestly, I'm a big Avalanche guy. I think Avalanche is going to have to wait until Solana does its thing. I think that you got to see this $450 Solana before Avalanche does its thing. But I think that Solana's breakout is here. It's about to get nasty. I mentioned yesterday it was at 187. I was like, it's going to $200. I was like, put your seatbelt on, because this is the first stop. This is going to be the fireworks right here. As bullish as I am on ETH right now, I'm not an ETH maxi, you already know that, but there's times to get in and out of projects. ETH right now is very lucrative. The ecosystem in ETH, very lucrative. But it's going to be dwarfed in comparison to the money that's about to be made out of the Solana ecosystem.
Speaking of Solana, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Solana. $200, it broke the price. As network upgrades, institutional flows, and bullish technicals drive momentum, Pump.Fun is back. And Solana meme coins are soaring. Pump.Fun is back to being the dominant token launch pad on Solana following a month with Let's Bonk, which was on top. As a result, Pump.Fun tokens have risen 8% on the day, with Fartcoin leading the way 14%. Take a look at Solana TVL, 11 billion. Almost at all-time highs. All-time highs was the beginning of the year, January. You see the winners here in the ecosystem. Camino, number 1, 3 billion. Jido, Jupe, Sanctum, Radium, Marinade. And then, a bunch of the other ones. And you can see which ones have the largest change. Week over week, month over month. In the top 10, biggest gainer week over week is going to be Sanctum. Not familiar with Sanctum at all. You familiar with Sanctum?
No.
And then you take a look at really everything else. DEX volume on the rise. Stablecoin market cap kind of flattened out. And then you can look at a bunch of things like revenue and whatnot.
Where's Solana's price Monday?
What?
Where's Solana's price this Monday, 5 days from now? Where do you think it's at? I have a very bullish perspective on Solana.
Go.
I'm trying to land on a price here, but
what is it?
It's over $200. I'm trying to think it through.
This thing should
previous all-time high.
This thing should break down
over 250.
You're over 250 on Monday?
No, I said previous all-time high is 250.
Oh.
I'm just I'm doing some soul searching. I mean, price searching here. I'm trying to figure out what Solana comes in at on Monday. I'm trying to think of the broader markets. Bitcoin's green going into the weekend from where it is now. So are we in quite price discovery? Bitcoin, I think so. Price discovery Bitcoin means well for alts, but alts usually wait for Bitcoin to consolidate. But Solana's breakout has already started. It's been down for a while. We saw an attempt to launch back in about a month ago when we broke $200.
We're either at 180. We're either at 180 or at 220. One of the two.
No, where are you putting your money at?
If I were to put my money, I'd put it on 180.
You think it's going to 180?
Yeah. I think it is. But I mean, you look at volume. Let me just look at a volume profile. We'll get rid of that. 32 million Solana was sold at 205. Okay, you're already seeing it get rejected on a wick.
200 is going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
I see your reasoning on 180. It makes a lot of sense, right? It hung out at 180 for a while. It's been a turn point for its price. It's either used it as support or resistance several times. 150 has been very strong as well on that. 150 is out of play though.
Yeah,
150 is out of play. So you got 180. It makes a lot of sense. You got 180, or you got like 225. That's where it's kind of hung out before. Different points, right? You had 220 here, 220.
I would go leaning. I'd lean 180. I would lean 180. I could be wrong though. We could see a massive pump. I think we're going to see maybe a little bit of a pullback. You said Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
No, my Monday, I want to say 270. I just don't know.
270?
Yeah,
it's pretty big.
I don't know. I don't think that 250 is going to be a big number to cross. I mean, it's going to be hard. I think it gets to 250. I think it rejects down. I just don't know if it'll cross 250 and keep going to 270. I think it might hit 250 and come back down to like 230.
Yeah, I'm in the 180 camp. I think it's going down to 180.
I'd say Monday. I think Monday Solana's at 255.
255.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't change it.
No.
There's still 2 shows left before the week's over.
So 180.
David's 180. Robin is 220.
No. 255.
255. Okay, 180. Rob's 255.
I want to go 270, but I think that 250 is just a tough one. I think that we could get to 270 maybe like Saturday or something,
move,
and then it pulls back down to 255.
That's a big move.
Solana moves. Solana has historically had big moves, man. Solana went from $90 to 190. It's straight 2x'd in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2x'd in 2 weeks, 2x'd in 2 weeks. It does it, man. It does it. No, that was 2 months there.
Yeah, you're talking about a 35% gain in 5 days. That's a big move, man.
XRP just did it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, and XRP is like 5 times the market cap of Solana. XRP went from 50 cents to $3, bro, in weeks. And you're talking about a Goliath of a market cap. $200 billion, dude.
Yeah. Hey, one of us will be right, I think.
I mean, we could fall right down the middle and just hang out at $200. I mean, that's very probable. I base my case off of I think that we see $124,000 Bitcoin before the takeoff, and we're at 124 on Bitcoin this weekend. And then come Monday, Monday morning, big breakout on Solana. And I think it takes Solana up to the 250 plus range.
I think it'll get rejected at that 220 before it gets to that 250. So we'll see. That'll do it for the show today. Want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Hop over to Cysteine Trading, where Mag is running the stream there. You'll be automatically redirected. That's all I got. Gina, thank you all very much. We love and appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Till then.
Cash is cool, yeah. Sin City, crypto. Everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in. For big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I split the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold